Everyone, and welcome to the MiniKit Quickstart. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you something that's completely changing how we build and distribute applications. Why does this matter? With MiniKit on base, you can now build apps that launch directly from social posts. No app stores, no downloads, no friction. Users just click and they're instantly using your app with a fully native experience. This isn't just another development tool. It's a fundamental shift in how apps reach human beings. This barrier between seeing and using your app literally disappears. All you need is basic React skills and a base account. And by the end of the stream, you'll have built a working mini app from scratch, something that would have traditionally taken days of setup and approval processes. Let's get started and build something in less time than it takes to order a coffee. Let me get started by sharing my screen, and we're going to go straight to the MiniKit documentation on base. If you are watching the stream, in the top left corner, you're going to see a QR code. In there, I've put the link to this quick start guide. And so if you want to follow along and jump right into these docs, click that QR code, just scan it with your phone, and you will see the documentation that I'm following. So quickly, I'll read through this. MiniKit is the easiest way to build mini apps on base. It allows developers to easily build applications without needing to know the details of the SDK implementation. It integrates seamlessly with on-chain kit components and provides Coinbase wallet-specific hooks. Because we're only doing this in 10 minutes, I'm going to skip some of the other reading, and we're going to jump right into building. So I just did a demo before this. I'm going to say create an on-chain kit app. NPX create on-chain --mini. The name of this, I'm going to make it my MiniKit 2 because this is the second app that I've been building. It needs an API key, which we can get by going over to the Coinbase developer platform. Just create a new key. I'm going to call this delete MiniKit. The delete is just a keyword for me to know that I've shared this on a live stream and I need to remind myself to delete it. So I'll give the API key in there. I'm fine with sharing the anonymous data. Please set up the app manifest now. And so I've already connected my wallet. This is the step where you'll want to connect the same wallet that's associated with your Farcaster account. Then the domain of the app that I'm going to be using, I'm going to try to publish this at https://minikit Sweetman April 17.vercel.app. And now I just need to sign, and then we should have everything we need to get started. I don't need to copy this because it should already be included. It'll close the window automatically. And now we have our app. I can cd into that app, and now I can run cursor./ or code./ depending on your developer environment. And this is going to open up our app, which we are now going to drive around. First thing I always want to do is install my package. You know what? It should be ready to go. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the quick start guide. And then what we need to do is deploy this. And so if you go to the quick start on the left side, it will walk through what we do to deploy. You can now test, copy the deployed Vercel URL. There it is, deploy with Vercel. So I'm just going to copy the Vercel command, paste it in here, and that's all we should need to do. Set up and deploy the app. Put it in my projects. I'm not going to link it to an existing project. It'll be a new one. It's located right there. I don't want to change any of the settings. And now it is deploying my app. So we can open this up and see it's deploying. How long have we taken? We're 4 minutes in. We've already created an app, and now we're deploying that app. This is how fast it is to build with MiniKit. You can just follow the instructions. They start building it for you, and then you can get the distribution so that your app shows up right inside of the social feed. And unlike in traditional app building where you've got to build a React Native app or a Swift app or an Android app, and it's going to take you a long time to build all the different versions of that, and then you have to publish it, and you're going to get feedback from Apple and Google that, hey, your app doesn't work, or hey, you can't be using those crypto features. It's going to be a long time with a lot of approvals. And what we're doing now is we're bypassing all that. We're distributing right inside of the social feed on Farcaster and on Base, which allows people to use our app without us having to spend all the time focusing on approvals from centralized providers, and instead building an experience that's truly going to raise the bar on what it means to build on-chain applications. Let's see if this works. Last time I tried this build, I got an error that we were missing a package for Farcaster frames. So the big question I have is, are we still missing that package, or is it going to be fixed now? I have a feeling we're going to hit the same error. This should be our first production deployment. Running the build, creating an optimized production build. And so the steps that we're going to follow after this is, if this build works, we're then going to immediately try to change the domain to the domain that I listed at the start. And after I change that domain, I'm going to test the app on Farcaster to see if the Farcaster frame is already working. If we get an error on the package being missing, as I expect we will, I'll add that package in, do another deployment, and in that deployment, I'll also update the URL to whatever Vercel is giving me right out of the box, which is just going to speed up. It's just going to speed me up a little bit. It hasn't given me any domains yet. We're in the deploy step. Oh, it looks like it might have succeeded this time. Awesome. Look at that. First try, it deployed the outputs. We now have our domain. And so now I want to start testing this. What I'm going to do is, our environment variables should have already been set up. Environment variables. I actually don't see any of my environment variables in here. Looks like we can call Vercel env add. So I'll do that, Vercel env add. What's the name of the variable? Okay, what's the name of the variable? Let me check out what these variables are. You know what I can do is I can just copy everything, and then I can come up into my Vercel environment and just paste them. And now I can save them. And now I've got all my environment variables in here. And the big thing that I would like is my next public URL, and I want to change that to what our deployment address is. And so we've already got a URL here. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to come back to my settings, go back to my environment variables, and let's just change the URL to be what they give me out of the box instead of me trying to make my own. Save that. Let's do a redeployment of production. Let's do a redeploy of production. And while we're waiting for that, let's try accessing this mini app on Farcaster. So I'll take this and I'll go over to Workcast. I've been having trouble opening up Workcast on my desktop. Let's see if we're still getting that error, if I can actually open it up on desktop. It seems like I might be having more issues opening it up on desktop. So what we're going to try to do is go to it on my mobile phone, and I'm going to try to, if the Workcast team or the Farcaster team is watching this, just know that the app is not loading for me on desktop. I don't know if that's the case with other people. Workcast is asking me about a passkey backup. I want to skip that for now. It's not the time for me to be adding that in. And I'm going to just make a post with the URL that we want to share, which in this case is my MiniKit 2. So I'll type into Farcaster. I'm making a new post, https:// my MiniKit 2.vercel.app. And when I type that in, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Stop sharing. You can see when I share this, we automatically get a mini app that pops up here. And so I'm just going to cast it by tapping the cast button. Let's cast it. And now let's see if everything worked. Here's my post. If I tap on the launch, we don't have to leave the application. It just immediately opens up our Farcaster app right here inside of the social media feed for us to be able to share our app with our friends. Yeah, might be stuck here. So let me try reloading it, refresh, launching again. And so here's our mini app. It seems like there might be a bug rendering it, but at least Farcaster is aware that this is a mini app. And when I tap on the link, it opens up the app inside of the social media app instead of forcing me to jump out and link out to a new app. Let's briefly look at if there's any more docs, but this, we've already published our app. We've already tested it on Farcaster. We saw that it was in fact a Farcaster mini app. And the only other thing we'll need to do is verify the app. And so let me see if I can do that real quick. Oh, I shared the wrong screen. Whoops. Let me replace it with this screen. And so I'm going to take an extra couple minutes to try to verify and publish the app. And so how I do that is you head over to this manifest page, which again might not be working because it seems like the Warpcast main site is down. But typically you come here, you copy the link of your mini app, and then when you share that inside of this developer page, there will be a verify button in the bottom. And when you click that verify button, it will then publish your app and make it an official mini app on Farcaster using the well-known file, which is inside of app and well-known. It'll use this as the signature signing for the app to be published on the store. So this has been a 10-minute quick start. 10 minutes ago, we didn't have anything. Now we've got an app. We have been able to publish it on Vercel. We have a link that we can share with any of our friends. And I've even gone and I've shared this link on my account, which I'm unable to access on desktop. But you can visit, if you go into my profile on Farcaster, you'll see the app that I built. And this has been a quick start going from absolutely nothing to a fully fledged mini app that works on Farcaster. And when Base launches their new wallet in the next couple weeks and months, it'll also help you to get distribution there. This is how I'm going to be building all of my apps moving forward. In Process, Recoup, Coop Records, Excellencia, Heno, all of the musicians I'm working with and all the products I'm building for music, we are leaning into Farcaster as the distribution model. So that way we can get more people using our apps that already have a wallet connected, that have a native mobile experience, while allowing us to continue to iterate and focus on that end human experience. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you start a new app from the ground up using MiniKit, all the docs are very easy to use, and you can access those docs by scanning that QR code in the top left. Again, give this video a like, give it a subscribe, and leave a comment down below so that more people can see this, to see how easy and fast it is to get up and running with MiniKit in less than 10 minutes. Thank you for tuning in.